Hello there. Welcome back to grade 11 tourism. This video, we are still looking at the question paper of November 2022. So this is the question paper that we have. So we are going to look partly on the question paper. We are not going to look at the whole question paper. So let's not forget to subscribe and share. Please, let's share the link to our colleagues who are doing grade 11 tourism. More typical examination questions are going to be uploaded on this channel. Let's get notified. Let's turn off the notification button. So I'm going to our question. I would see that we have our question, which is our question 4. We are going to do section C according to this video. And we see that this section is on tourist attractions, whereby we are looking at culture and heritage tourism. That is also on marketing. So we have a question 4 that we are going to look at. And our question reads, refer to the map of the SADC countries and images of attractions and answer the question. So you're given a map that you're given here by Zimbabwe, you've got Mozambique, you've got Lesotho, you've got Namibia. And then you have pictures of various tourists, and we are going to respond to that. I believe that now you are given 4.1, which is the images above showing SADC attractions, and link each image with the name of the SADC country to complete the table below. Write only the name of the SADC attraction next to the question number 4.1.1 to 4.1.6 in answer book. So that is in answer book, you're just going to list 4.1.1 up to 4.1.6, and then you relate in terms of the tourist attraction. So on the first column, we've got name of SADC country, and then we've got a second column, we've got name of attraction. So we've got the number also relating to the second column here. So basically on the first name of the country that we have is Democratic Republic of Congo. And then so the idea is to go to the picture that we have and relate to a tourist attraction that is here, that is related with the Democratic Republic of Congo. That is 4.1.1, and then we relate. So so you see that Democratic Republic of Congo, we can relate it to where we are seeing this animal that is here. Obviously, this represents a park that is a national park. And remember, we've got the Virunga National Park in the Democratic Republic of Congo. So basically, this is representing our DRC, which is a Democratic Republic of Congo. Then we go to the second part, which is Lesotho. Lesotho, we also try to see which tourist attraction we have in Lesotho, and then we relate to the pictures that we have here. Obviously, in Lesotho, we've got a pass, we've got the Sunny Pass that we have in Lesotho. Obviously, this we can relate it to the picture that we have, which is here. So we are saying here it's representing the one for Lesotho. Then we go to the next one, we have got Mozambique. Then in Mozambique, we know that we have a lake in Mozambique. And according to the pictures that we have a lake which is represented by this picture, which is our Lake Nyasa. So here we are saying we have our Mozambique. So Mozambique, we are relating it to this one. We are saying this one is our Mozambique. So we go to the next country that we have is Namibia. And the tourist attraction that we can relate to Namibia, obviously, it's a desert. And the picture that we have for a desert, we are having it here, and we are saying this is Namibia. And then we try to get the name of the desert that we have in Namibia is Namibi Desert. We have got the Namibi Desert. And then we go to the next country that we have, we've got Tanzania. So Tanzania, obviously, we have got the Mount Kilimanjaro. So we try to relate to the picture that we have. Where do we have Mount Kilimanjaro? We have Mount Kilimanjaro here. This is a mountain that we can just relate to. So this one is our mountain for representing Mount Kilimanjaro. Then on the last country that we have, let's try to see. We have Zimbabwe. So Zimbabwe, we also have Lake Kariba. We also have, let's try to see. The last one is we have Zimbabwe, obviously Zimbabwe 4.1.6, but remember the lake we have already related it to Mozambique. So obviously we can now try to see Zimbabwe. We have some hills that are here, and we know that we have got Matopos hills in Zimbabwe. So this becomes our relation that we have to Zimbabwe. So this one becomes our Zimbabwe. So basically, this is what we have. So remember the names of those tourist attractions. We're saying DRC, we've got the Virunga National Park in Namibia, we've got the Namibi Desert, And then obviously Tanzania, it's here, it's saying it's Mount Kilimanjaro, Zimbabwe, Matopo Hill, and then for Mozambique, we said it's Lake Nyasa. And then for Lesotho, we are so basically that's the descriptions that we have. So we go to our answer section, you see that we have those declarations, the Virunga National Park, for 4.1.1, and then we have 4.1.2 Sunny Park, 4.1.4 we've got Namibi Desert, 4.1.5 we've got Mount Kilimanjaro, and 4.1.6 we've got Matopo Hills. So this is what we have in terms of first part of the question. So we go to the next part, which is now reading. So remember, this part has got Kofbacks, so very important to take note. 4.2 reads, give an example of one adventure activity tourists can participate in the attraction identified, question 4.1 when visiting. So basically, we are saying when you visit Democratic Republic of Congo and you related it to Virunga National Park, what adventure activity can we find there? And we are saying it's a national park, obviously. We can try to see an adventure activity that we can relate to a national park. And we are saying we can have hiking. Hiking can be one of the adventure activities. Then we go to the second one. Lesotho, we said is a Lesotho, let's try to see in terms of hiking, we can relate it to Lesotho, because Lesotho we are saying is a pass. So we can just relate it to going back to our question, you see that we have specific countries that are listed here. 4.2.1, we've got Lesotho. So the question is saying, give an example of one adventure activity tourists can participate in the attraction identified in question 4.1. You see, when visiting Lesotho, what adventure activity do we have? But Lesotho we related it to Sun Pass. So we are saying, what is related to Sun Pass is obviously hiking. So we are saying, it's a pass. Then we go to Namibia related to Namibia Desert. And obviously, Namibia Desert, what adventure activity can we relate to a desert? Obviously, we have got horse riding. Horse riding can be an activity that we can relate to that. Then Tanzania related to the Mount Kilimanjaro. So obviously, it's a mountain. So we've got mountain climbing as an adventure. So these are the adventures that we can relate. But go to our other section to see that for each and every, we can have more than one adventure activity that can be related to each tourist attraction. So you go there to try to see. So for Lesotho, for the past, we are saying we've got driving and also hiking. And then we have the second one, which we are saying it's now a desert. We have got center boarding, can be part of that in the desert. We've got quad biking, we've got hot air ballooning, we've got horse riding, skydiving, desert tours by bicycle. Oh, so you can just pick any that you can feel familiar there. Then 4.2.3, we are looking at a mountain and we are saying adventure activities that we can learn there. We get into the mountain climbing, but on top of that, we can also include the issue of hiking, trekking, and also horse riding can also be part of that. So basically, that's what we have. So all of them can be correct according to the categories that we're given with the countries. So that's what we have on that part, and try to see, and this becomes the last part of this question. So we go to the next question, which is now question 5, which reads, start the review posted on so the word is like this online travel planner and answer the questions. So so we are given to fight advisor, which is Robin wrote a review December 2019, that is London, United Kingdom. So we are given in a scenario that we are given there of great and informative visit to Kosa village. So we can go through the information that we are given here so that we can be able to answer the question below. So we were recently in East London while on a cruise and booked a cultural village tour for the afternoon. After a 40-kilometer picture queue drive, we arrived at Akaya Labulu Kosa cultural village. Upon our arrival, the atmosphere was electric with the sound of beating drums, traditional dancing, colorful traditional clothing, and singing. Thereafter, we were introduced to the custom of Lobola and Kosa heritage. There was also an opportunity to sample traditional dishes and locally brewed beer, as well as purchasing interesting arts and crafts. We enjoyed this tour and highly recommend it. So we have this information given, and then beneath that 5.1.1 reads, identify one unique aspect of Kosa culture that the tour group encountered as they entered the Kaya Labulu Kosa cultural village. So obviously, we want to identify one unique aspect of Xhosa culture that the Tog encountered. So this we can just try to pick it from the information given. So our key there is that one aspect of Xhosa culture, Xhosa culture that we want to identify. So we go to the information given and try to see. So we've got, but we know that upon arrival, the atmosphere was electric, the sound of beating drums. So the first one that we can quickly identify is beating drums, and then traditional dancing also can be part of that. And then we see that there's also the issue of singing, colorful traditional clothing also can be one. So we can just pick one from those that we've underlined. So we go to the other section and try to see what responses do we have. But we see that exactly as we are picking them, we have beating drums, traditional dancing, traditional clothing, and singing being a part of the responses that are correct there. And then we go to the second part of the question, which reads, suggest 3 items of course arts and culture that Robin and the tour group members would have been able to purchase during their visit to the Kayala Bundu Kosa Cultural Village. So when they visited, what could they buy from there? So we can just try to see what can we talk about. Remember, they were talking about beating drums. There was issue of traditional clothing. So what can we, obviously, they were singing and obviously music instruments can be one of the items that they can buy. Remember, music instruments in the form of maybe beating drums and other instruments that can be related to the music can also be part of the items that they can buy. And also, we go and try to see if we can quickly pick any. So obviously, we have got the issue of locally brewed beer. So obviously, this beer was inside some pots. So obviously, they can also buy some clay pots from there. That's another item that we can try to pick. And then we try to see if there's any other item that is clear according to the information given. The others you can just relate that since we have such items, we can also be able to get those possible items that we can list there. So since we have the issue of cultural things, obviously there are baskets that can be there. We'll also buy those baskets. They are related to culture. So we can also include that. So we go to the other section, try to see which ones, but this question is asking for 3. So obviously we've already listed clay pots, the issue of music instruments, which can also be subdivided into different music instruments that you can just list. And then we have got also the issue of baskets. So let's just try to see according to the other section what we have in terms of 5.1.2. So the items that are there, we've got traditional clothing that were used for dancing. Then we've got beadwork, clay pots, baskets, wooden mats. So those are the items that we can just try to pick and pick 3 from there. Then we go to the next question. Explain the Xhosa custom of lobola. So very important. What is the Xhosa custom of lobola? But obviously we know that the issues surrounding lobola is that there is money that is obviously supposed to be paid by the bridegroom to the bride. So the bridegroom has to pay some money to compensate for the bride. So basically that's what we know. So obviously that is all that traditionally it should come in the form of cattle. It should come in the form of cattle. So basically we are saying the bride will compensate the family of his fiancé for her hand in marriage by giving cattle. That's the traditional way. We can just not use the term money, but can use the term cattle. So let's see the explanation that we have according to this video, which is 5.13, is saying the bride will compensate the family of his fiancé for her hand in marriage by giving cattle or the monetary value thereof. So basically the equivalent of the cattle that are being demanded can also be also appropriate. So this is what we have in terms of explanation of lobola. Then we go to the next question, try to see. This becomes the last part of the question that we have on this page. We go to the next page. We are also given 5.2 where they're saying start the information and answer the questions. So this is Sibutu Cave finally declared a national heritage site. So you also need to go through the information before you start to answer the questions. So you can just try to read whatever we're having in this information so that we can be able to answer the question. So the first question is saying, name the agency of the Department of Arts and Culture that declared Sibudu Cave a National Heritage Site in 2020. So if you go through there, you'd see that we are just told that Sibudu Cave, located on a farm in Sinembe, Kwadukuza municipality in KwaZulu-Natal, was declared a National Heritage Site in 2020. But they didn't mention who declared it a National Heritage Site. But we know that it's the South African Heritage Resource Agency is the one that is responsible for that, which is SAHRA as an abbreviation. We can just maybe as an abbreviation try to present it as SHRA is the one that is responsible for that. That is the South African Heritage Resources Agency, the one that is supposed to announce that. So that's what we have in terms of the first part of the question, which is 5.2.1. The 5.2.2 provides proof from the exercise that Sibudu Cave can be linked to some of the earliest examples of human technology. So on 5.2.2, you are going to the information that you are given and to try to see the question is saying provide proof from the exercise that Sibudu Cave can be linked to some of the earliest examples of human technology. So you can try to go through the information given so that you can be able to deduce that. So according to the information given, you see that we are given that from the excavations of Sibudu, evidence has been found of some. So evidence has been found of some of the earliest examples in the world of seashell beads, a wide variety of bone tools. So bone tools is one of the proof, and then bone arrowheads for hunting. So this is the technology that we are talking about. So that's what we have. So we are saying those two can also be included there. Remember, question needs are two. So we go to 5.2.2 according to the responses that we have. According to this video, is saying evidence has been found for a wide variety of bone tools and bone arrowheads for hunting. So basically, that's the response that we have. And then we try to see again on the next part of the question, which is saying 5.2.4, give one reason why Sibudu Cave needs to be managed and protected. We can go to 5.2.3, explain one way in which the agency mentioned in question 5.2.1 will protect a nationality declared the archaeological heritage site such as Sibudu Cave. So how can it be protected? Maybe from being taken over by other people. So obviously it can be protected by issue of documentation so that no one can come and claim it. So it can be a documentation in the form of a permit. So that's what we have on 5.2.3. Let's try to see in terms of our response section and try to see what we have. So it's saying a permit we have to be obtained from the SAHRA in order to make any changes to the site, for example, conducting excavations. So this is what we have. So obviously, we said SAHRA represents South African Heritage Resources Agency. So this is the one that's supposed to issue that permit as a protection. So this is what we have on 5.2.3. Then we go to 5.2.4, which is saying give one reason why Sibudu Cave needs to be managed and protected. Obviously, we are saying it's a tourist attraction, so it has to be preserved for future generations, so that can be used by future generations. So that can be also a reason. The question is only asking one reason, but there are many reasons that can be related to that. So we go to the answer section, we see that the other reason that we have is that to ensure that the site is preserved for future generations. So this reason that we have been talking about, we have I just mentioned, and then the next one is saying the preservation of the site will provide opportunities for research into early human behavior during the Middle Stone Age. That can also be a reason. Then the last one, the protection of the site will contribute to a greater understanding of early human behavior during the Middle Stone Age. So this becomes the other, and we've got three different options there that you can pick one. Question is only asking for one. So this is the last question that we have according to this video. So thank you for listening. Let's not forget to subscribe and share. Let's not forget to turn off the notification button. More typical examination questions are going to be uploaded on this channel. Let's stay notified. As for this video, I'm signing out. Let's meet again in the next video.